Hello, welcome to Sales Today. My name is Samuel with 20 years experience in sales, revenue growth, and human development as well. All right, and I will be talking quickly today about pointers that we need to work on to sustain our business's revenue effectively, even in this challenging economy. As we all know, sales is a lifeline of every business. And without sales, no business can sustain effectively, efficiently for a longer time. Hence the reason why I'll be sharing with us 10 pointers that will help you to grow your sales and increase your revenue optimally. First of its kind is what I call customer engagement or customer service. Of course, it has been proven that it takes additional 66.6% more revenue to get in new clients as against working with existing clients. Why? Because the existing clients are already using your product and they are using your service. So if you service them so well enough that they get the reasons or they get the benefits of why they purchase your product or service in the first instance, that makes them automatically to buy into more of your products as time goes on. Make the environment look so welcoming. Let it be so good enough that your touch points are effectively trained to ensuring that the client feels at home whenever they contact your touch point. And when I talk about touch point, I talk about your website, your customer service desks, your gate man in the office, your messenger, and every individual in the office. Customer engagement or service is not the exclusive service or activities of few individuals. Every member of the organization must be so in tune to ensuring that clients feel so welcome, and of course they want to consistently do business with you for as long as your product continue to serve their needs. Number two, I would say in this regard is upsell existing clients. Having been able to give them exceptional customer service, it becomes much easier to share with them premium products, or you can even create premium product that gives you higher profit margin and sell it to your trusted client. Because they've tested your product over the months, years, and weeks, it becomes easier for you to upsell to them because there is integrity that has been built up, trust has been gained over the period of months and years. And selling to them premium product becomes quite easy, and that increases your profit margin. Number three is what? Sell complementary product, especially for product that their gestation time for repurchase are always very long. Let's say, for example, if you're into automobile, all right, and if a client buys an automobile, it will take 3 or 4 years for them to change that car, except if you want to change for the purpose of luxury or other reasons. So as such, what do you need to do to consistently ensure there are other streams of income coming in for you within the time period where the client may come to make repeated sale? Is what you can sell complementary or accessories to the cars. Of course, you can sell in tires, which of course these are things that they change consistently. You can sell the engine, or you can sell fancy stuffs or seat coverings and other things that of course the client always use most times, or things that wears and tears over the time. By so doing, the client consistently come to your office and you are always in his face because you are making sure that having bought the product from you months or years back is consistently being serviced by using the complementary product that you are giving to the client, and that makes the client glued to you, such that when it's time to purchase or to resell or to rebuy that same product, you'll be the first point of call to ask for a repeated sale. Number three, build partnership. All right, in this very era where operational cost has gone to the roof, it's important to see how can you effectively optimize your operational expenses such that it doesn't go high to the roof that you don't have any profit margin left. As such, what I would advise is most times is to ensure that you focus on areas of your core offering. That thing that makes you exceptional, which is your niche, should be focused on more importantly. While the others that are not necessarily in line with your core area of expertise can be outsourced out or can be worked together with partnership. For example, let's take a food business, or maybe you own a restaurant. And of course, you've been able to get your niche so well that you are good at producing a kind of delicacy. Of course, people are now beginning to get used to that itself, and that's your core area of duties. What you can now do at that point in time to be able to service your clients or your clients promptly and effectively is to partner with dispatch riders, or you partner with online platforms that can always share your product offering to many online users. So by so doing, you are partnering with an online platform that has a longer reach of individuals that may like your product offering or your services, and you are being effective and being prompt by using a dispatch rider, which of course are not necessarily controlled by yourself. So this partnership will be able to build up in that regard, and that helps you to get out to more persons at all time, and of course increase your margin as well too. Number 4 in this very aspect is what? Optimize your online presence. So it's important to use all the available gadgets or all the available online social media platform to give yourself as much visibility as possible. So you don't keep winking in the dark and just expect people to understand you're existing. In this space and era where we have now, if you don't have online presence, obviously people may not know what you do. You may be the best at your offering of your product or your services, but if you don't expand your product out or you don't talk more about it, that people get to see more of what you do, no one gets to know you or patronize you as well too. So don't let it be that I'm not the social media thing. No one is the social media thing. What you should more concern is that how can I make my revenue grow? How can I ensure I am in the face of audience or people that will need my product or services? And you can do that so easily across different platforms to ensuring that you are always there at all time, and they always see you at every point in time they think about the product or service that you offer. Number 5 in this regard is to what? Increase testimonials. All right, ensure that you are always talking about how far and how well your product or service your existing growing client. Let them give you testimonials of how your food or how your services or how your product has been able to help them to grow their own businesses, solve their pain points, give them solution, and create as much value to them in the manner that they want to keep coming back to you as well. So that people out there get to trust individuals than you talking as a business owner, because they like to hear client reviews. And when those reviews are exceptional, please make it known in your online platform. Let it be shared as much as you can, and let people understand that you offer not only a good product, not only you talking about your story, but your client can attest to the offering of your product, hence the reason they are willing to share your testimonials at any point in time. Number 6 is also what? Train your team. Training your team is so important in this age and time. I've seen individuals or I've seen business owners that spend so much of their time, energy, and resources on building their product, service, or building their service, or optimizing and upgrading their systems, forgetting the fact that those that are going to drive these products, service, and systems are individuals. All right, if they don't understand or they are not well trained enough of how your product offering works, it's all about garbage in and garbage out. All right, an iPhone 17 in the hands of the monkey will always use it like a banana. So it's important that you ensure your staff understand, and of course you give them gadgets, or you give them infrastructures. You provide a very good working environment that will optimize even their productiveness and also their output, and more importantly, train them on the relevant skills that will help them in their job delivery alongside. Number 7 is track your numbers. All right, check the product offering, check the feedback, check the data, check the analysis a lot that is coming in from your client, and more importantly, track those numbers to be sure that what am I really doing? Is it really making as much traction as expected? Am I making as much of closing percentage that's expected of me per time? Or am I even seeing enough clients? Am I really broadcasting or marketing enough alongside? So let it see that you track the amount that is spent on advertising and marketing, ROI vis-a-vis what is really coming in alongside. And if this is not adding up, then you can now begin to use the data to make further decisions that will help your product offering. Perhaps you need to do further training, or perhaps you need to do more pitching to more clients, or perhaps your leads that you are getting are not the kind of leads that can purchase into your product. These data gives you patterns, and patterns helps you to really make decisions that are necessary. Number 8 is improve your systems using client feedbacks. Most times in this part of the world, we see client feedbacks as unnecessary complaints. Sometimes we say the client complains too much, and we forgot the fact that these clients make purchase into our product with an expectations they need to get. So when the client that has purchased into our product are giving feedback, whether they complain or they do it in some obnoxious manner, maybe they are frustrated, it's not enough to just be emotional about that. Rather, look in between the lines. From possibly nonsense you feel the client is saying, get out and filter out the sense in that itself. And when this kind of complaint comes out repeatedly, then you know there must be a need for you to improve your system, to make needed adjustment, such that your client can consistently, continually get the requisite benefit and value that they really purchase in your product or your service. Also, number 9 in that aspect is what? Loyalty programs and referral bonuses. Of course, it's only proper that if a client is willing to share testimonials of how your product or service has been of great advantage to them, give them some perks or some benefits. They may not necessarily need it, but at least going that extra mile to give them some extra benefit. Maybe you give them additional payment plan, or you extend their product offering or their services, or you just give them some extra discount. Of course, that comes in, because not only will the client feel so satisfied and feeling so well valued, it can also as well refer their friends that are in their niche and they circle to your product. These are the individuals you may not have been able to get across to, but because you've been able to put together a loyalty plan or program or a referral bonus that make the client feel welcome and feel appreciated, what happens? They explain your product to others, and of course you can, number 10, make repeated purchase. With this itself, it helps you to increase repeated purchase. All right, you can also look at those clients that have been so loyal to your brand. You can try to say, you know what, make XYZ number of products as well to repeatedly for the next 6 months and get X amount of product for free. All right, that helps your client to say, okay, for me to have used or to be using the product and service that I've been servicing or being of great advantage to me, I can even get better benefit from it. And of course, that can make them to make repeated purchase in that regard as well. So based on this very quick pointers, I believe if you're not been using any of these, or perhaps you've been using them itself, you can begin to update or upgrade on your sales or performance or revenue growth processes and activities to ensure that you sustain your business and grow your bottom line sustainably. All right, I believe these very 10 aspects of how to grow your business is quite nice, and it will help your business to grow. If you have not been engaging in any of these, or perhaps you're already engaging in them, it's just for you to now understand and see how best you can improve on those activities, because I'm quite sure so well with my almost 2 decades practical hands-on revenue growth, I'm so certain that with you getting to do this effectively, you can be rest assured that your revenue will grow in as much as you wanted as well, and of course your bottom line will be smiling alongside. Till I come your way next time, I remain Samuel Owoseni, your revenue growth and sales human capacity development expert. See you in the next episode.